Hey, good evening. My name is Ross Nova. I do have a short video of the Business Perimeter Act. This is the extended version that goes a little bit more in detail and allows me to talk to you one-on-one and my personal thoughts, because we know you love to hear my personal thoughts. Liar. And right now I'm drinking root beer. I love anything sweet. All right, that being said, so we've been seeing protesters protesting inside Targets. They go into businesses, causing chaos. Walmart's, mainly Target. You know, I love Target, but come on, it's for shopping, not for protesting. Or was it too cold for you and you got tired of the cold weather, so you decided to use Target to protest? That's BS. Protest belongs outside on a public sidewalk only. Period. The thing about it is, there's nothing wrong with protesting. It's what's going around you. That's where I'm finding the issue, right? We have families that go to Target, Walmart, any other business, right? And they go into Target, right? I'm just using Target as an example because a lot of videos have been popping up with Target. A family pulls up, gets the kids out of the van, right? The mom and dad gets the kids out of the van. They go in because their plan is to get a pizza, popcorn, and maybe a treat. That way they can go home and put on a movie, a Disney movie, and have a wonderful family night. And here you are, you shitty ass protesters, blowing whistles, saying fuck ICE, and all these slang words that are just disgusting. And yet this family is trying to get a pizza, popcorn, a treat, maybe even a soda, right? It's a special night. And they can go home and watch a movie. Or they want to spend quality time in baking a pizza. So they buy the ingredients, right? Whatever. I don't care. Family can go in Target for whatever reason. They do not need to hear your bullshit. Yes, your bullshit. When I go to Target, I want it to be peaceful. Sometimes I go to Hy-Vee. Not so much just to shop, just to walk around. That's it. Walk around, maybe pick up one item just to say thank you for allowing me to walk around Hy-Vee, to stretch my legs out. I don't need to see protest. It's disgusting. Stop that. Protest belongs on sidewalks only. Public sidewalks only. That being said, I have a Business Perimeter Act that I would like to propose. Business Perimeter Act stands for Business Use Safety Through Interference Free, Neutral, Enforced Speech Space Perimeter Act. Short title. This act shall be known and may be cited as the Business Perimeter Protection Act. Findings and purposes. Excuse me. Let's see. Here we go. Business have rights to operate without obstruction, intimidation, or disruption, which I agree. I shouldn't have to write a stupid bill or law. It should be common sense. Protesters conducted on private commercial property and parking areas have, in some cases, interfered with customers' access, employee safety, and emergencies response, which is very clear. If there's a shooting in Target and everybody's trying to run and you're there protesting, blocking exits, no. If someone's having a heart attack and emergency vehicles need to get in, people need to get in to get these people out, no. Protesters are nothing but a nuisance in any business establishment. Any business establishment, period. Protests conducted on private commercial property and parking areas have, in some cases, interfered with customers' access, employee safety, and emergency responses. The purpose of this act is not to restrict lawful speech, but to establish reasonable time, place, manner, rules that protect private property's rights and public safety. Business means private-owned commercial establishment, including retail stores, offices, restaurants, warehouses, industrial facilities. In other words, anything that has four walls is a business. Private business property means all land, building, parking lots, driveways, parking lots, loading zones, exterior areas owned or leased by the business. So when you go to Target in a parking lot and say this is public space, no, it's not. It's private. The sidewalk is public space. Protest or demonstration means any organized or unorganized gathering of two or more persons intended to express political, ideological, social, or religious views through chant, signage, amplified speech, marching, or similar conduct. I shall include churches or mosques, religious place. Businesses and religious buildings. Perfect. If you want to protest in the government building, go ahead. I don't give two shits about government buildings. I care about the businesses, the churches, right? The religious buildings. That's all I really care. In fact, I think that's the best place to protest in government buildings. That's where magic happens. That's where your representatives are. Definitely protest in commercial government buildings. After all, you're paying taxes for those government buildings. Therefore, it makes sense for you to protest in government buildings. So if you want to warm up, while protesting, go right inside a government building. Now, I can't guarantee you'll be let in. All right. Protest or demonstration means any organization of two or more. Public right-of-way means public sidewalks, streets, areas traditionally open for public pedestrian travel. Not so much the road, the street. Now you're blocking traffic, and we can't have that. Prohibited conduct. No person shall organize, lead, participate in, or encourage a protest or demonstration on private business property without express permission of business owner or authorized agent such as manager. No person shall conduct a protest or demonstration in business parking lot, driveway, loading zone, or building entrances. That includes churches. Protests and demonstrations must be conducted only on public sidewalks or public right-of-way and must not block pedestrians or vehicle traffic. You guys are very, very good at that. No more. This prohibits applies regardless of viewpoints or subject matter. Made me think of a protest once that was kind of stupid, but that's another video. This act does not prohibit lawful expressive activity conducted on public sidewalks that does not obstruct access. Peaceful activities conducted on business property with written or verbal permission from the owner, authorized manager. Individual express that is not part of organized protest and does not disrupt business operation. Let's talk about penalties. A person knowingly violates this act or unknowingly, should be unknowingly is guilty of misdemeanor or punishable by a fine of not more than 1,000 or imprisonment of not more than 90 days. I should just say both. Why not, right? All right, here we go. Each day a violation continues constitutes separate offenses. And don't forget, those businesses can also give you no trespassing going forward. They can also stack up other charges against you if there are any damages that occur or loss of business occurred, stuff like that. That should definitely be added in this bill too. Enhanced penalties, serious business interference. A person who during violation blocks entrance or exits, which we have seen, obstructs customers or employees, and there's a lot of cameras. There's a lot of cameras. Trust me, the cops, the lawyers, the prosecutors are going to try to get everything out of you. They're going to stack up as many charges as possible. Uses amplified sound devices. I hate that. Especially your pink, cute little whistles. So annoying. Engages in threatening, harassing, or intimidating conduct. Is guilty of gross misdemeanor punishable by fine of not more than 2,000 or 180 days in jail. Yes. Local and state law enforcement agencies are authorized to enforce this act. Officers may order violators to disperse and may arrest when necessary to restore order. Give 3 verbal warnings. If not, arrest. Civil liability protection. No business owner, employee, or law enforcement officer acting in good faith under this act shall be subject to civil liability for enforcement of this action. And there you have it. The Business Perimeter Act. I think that's a really, really good good bill to pass. Like I said, we've seen too many businesses, too many protesters going into businesses, violating the space, interrupting customers with their signage, yelling, and all that stuff. And that's not cool. That, like I said, we should not be passing these kind of laws and bills because it's stupid. It really is more of a common sense. If you go into a restaurant, you don't protest. There's family, there are kids. They don't know what you're protesting. They don't understand what you're protesting. All they see is an angry person yelling, and it's not very attractive. Ross Nova, shooting forward, brighter, bolder with Business Perimeter Act for a better tomorrow. Thank you.